6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj, assisted by Sanjaya and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. Large gatherings and parties prohibited during the festive season. The Paliagoda Fish Market to reopen from tomorrow. 688 new cases of the novel coronavirus have been reported in the country yesterday. 2 more COVID-19 deaths bring the tally to 154. The Madhibala West Urban Agriculture and Environment Development Project will be vested with the public today under the patronage of the Prime Minister. The police and the STF conducted a joint operation to gather vital information into the mysterious death of the Dutch Buddhist monk Venerable Olande Jinaratanatero. The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation celebrates its 95th anniversary tomorrow. In news overseas, a new variant of the coronavirus identified in England. In sports news, Jaffna Stallions set up final clash with Gaul Gladiators. Police spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana said that all New Year's Eve and Christmas parties that attract large crowds are prohibited during the festive season. He said that the public should take action to uphold quarantine laws during the festive season. He said that celebrations during the festive season should be restricted to family members. Meanwhile, a special traffic plan will be implemented during the festive season, the police spokesman said. The Government Information Department says that 688 new cases of the novel coronavirus have been reported in the country yesterday. With this number, the total number of coronavirus-infected cases has risen to 33,478. Meanwhile, the total number of recoveries from the coronavirus stands at 24,309. With the new development, the Minuwangoda-Paliagoda cluster has registered a total of 29,835 cases to date. According to the Health Ministry's data, 24,309 of the confirmed patients have made complete recoveries from the virus. Accordingly, 9,015 coronavirus-infected patients are being treated in various hospitals at present. Sri Lanka has reported 2 more deaths yesterday from the novel coronavirus pandemic, the Department of Government Information confirmed. A 73-year-old woman from the Bandaragama area has succumbed to a cardiac arrest due to high blood pressure caused by COVID-19. While she had passed away on December 11th, her death has been reported thereafter. A resident of Colombo 14, a 65-year-old male, has passed away at a private hospital in Colombo yesterday. His death reported yesterday has been caused by COVID-19 related pneumonia. Accordingly, Sri Lanka marks 154 deaths from the virus. The Madhibala West Urban Agriculture and Environment Development Project will be vested with the public today under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The project is spread over 23 acres. It consists of a walking path, 2 bicycle lanes, a children's park and an open area for exercise and a vehicle park to accommodate 40 vehicles. It is also equipped with 2 tanks that can provide water for cultivation in the Yala and Maha seasons. The project was implemented by the Urban Development Authority. The Land Development Corporation carried out the construction work. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Save your card with the balance transfer facility from People's Bank. More details at peoplesbank.lk.
The police and STF conducted a joint operation to gather vital information into the mysterious death of a Dutch Buddhist monk Venerable Olande Jinaratanatero, who had resided at the Polgasduwa Aranya Senasana in Rathgamagala. According to the police, detailed inquiries had been conducted in and around the Polgasduwa area by over 60 police and STF personnel. The officers of the Criminal Investigation Department probing the late monk's demise had gathered several vital clues that could uncover the truth behind it. Meanwhile, the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Colombo yesterday said they were informed about the demise of a monk with Dutch nationality by the government of Sri Lanka and that the embassy is performing the necessary procedure in cooperation with the Sri Lankan authorities involved. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has instructed the IGP to assign the CID to conduct an investigation into the death of a Dutch monk who was residing at the Polgasdu Aranya Senasana on a meditation retreat. The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation celebrates its 95th anniversary tomorrow. Many programs have been organised to mark this day. The programs will be aired on the Sinhala National Service. Accordingly, the Dharmadeshanava was conducted at 5 a.m. today. The second Dharmadeshanava will be conducted from 8 a.m. by the Deputy Incumbent of the Papiliana Sunetra Devi Mahapirivena, Venerable Damita Thero. Another Dharmadeshanava will be conducted at 8 p.m. today by Venerable Malimbada Panyasara Thero. These programs will be conducted with the participation of the chairman of the SLBC, Visharada Jagat Wickramasinghe, and the Director General Chandrapala Liyanage. Meanwhile, religious observances were conducted yesterday at the Ruhuna Regional Services of the SLBC to commemorate the 95th anniversary of the SLBC. The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, which conducts the Ratana Sutra chanting recital at select Viharayas island-wide locations, will organise a chanting program today at the Rathagama Kirimattiya Sri Niketanaaramaya. The chanting program will be held from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m, which will be aired live through the City FM, the Sinhala Commercial Service, and all the regional services of the SLBC.
Save your card with the balance transfer facility from People's Bank. Transfer the balance of another credit card to a People's Bank credit card with the lowest interest rate. More details at www.peoplesbank.lk.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
It has been decided to reopen the Paligoda Fish Market Complex, which was closed due to the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Fisheries Minister Douglas Devananda visited the market complex yesterday. He instructed the Secretary of the Ministry, Indu Ratnayaka, and officials of the Trade Association to take necessary steps to reopen the fish market complex from tomorrow midnight under health safety guidelines. Accordingly, only wholesale trading will commence under the first phase, to be followed later by retail trading activities. Further, an identity card will be issued to all traders at the complex. In addition, the minister instructed to maintain a register of all the individuals entering and exiting the market. Officials of the Traders Association have also been instructed to expedite the renovation work being carried out in the market, as well as to properly follow the health safety guidelines. Police have been notified to strictly enforce the law against those who do not follow health safety instructions.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight, consumers complain about the escalating prices on the essential goods during the festive season. Some traders increase the prices arbitrarily. This has caused immense difficulties to low-income families. Some traders say the prices are increased to cover their transport and other overheads. The reason seems to be usual excuse for these types of errant trading. This is for the attention of the Consumer Affairs Authority. That came to you in Watchlight, and now in World News headlines. Electoral College confirms Joe Biden's presidential victory. New variant of coronavirus identified in England. William Barr, U.S. Attorney General, to leave post by Christmas. Members of the U.S. Electoral College have affirmed Joe Biden's presidential election victory, one of the final steps required for him to take office. The Democrat won November's contest with 306 Electoral College votes to Republican Donald Trump's 232. Under the U.S. system, voters actually cast their ballots for electors who in turn formally vote for candidates weeks after the election. Despite this process, President Trump is not expected to accept the result. A new variant of the coronavirus has been found, which is growing faster in some parts of England, MPs have been told. Health Secretary Matt Hancock said at least 60 different local authorities had recorded COVID infections caused by the new variant. He said the World Health Organization had been notified and UK scientists were doing detailed studies. He said that there was nothing to suggest it caused worse disease or that vaccines would no longer work. U.S. Attorney General William Barr is stepping down before Christmas, President Donald Trump has announced. Mr. Barr's term was due to end on the 20th of January when Mr. Trump leaves office. There had been tension between the two after Mr. Barr said there was no widespread evidence of voter fraud in November's election. He was criticized by Mr. Trump for not publicly disclosing that the Justice Department was investigating Joe Biden's son during the campaign. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. Electoral College confirms Joe Biden's presidential victory. New variant of the coronavirus identified in England. William Barr, U.S. Attorney General to leave post by Christmas. That was World News, and now in development news, a program to provide vegetables and fruits at a reasonable price to consumers has been implemented. The Agriculture Department expects to provide traders with the produce directly purchased from the farmers through Narahenpita, Meegoda and Valisari economic centres. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has instructed to take immediate steps to control the price increase of vegetables and fruits under the prevailing situation. A special discussion in this regard took place between Minister Mahindananda Aluthkamage and the business community at the Narahenpati Economic Centre. The program will be implemented with the participation of district secretaries of Nuwara Badulla, Anuradhapura and the farmers' associations and the relevant officials. That was development news, and now in sports news. In cricket, the LPL tournament. It was completely a different cricket show yesterday at the Mahinda Rajapaksa cricket grounds at Suryaveva, where Jaffna Stallions beat Dambulla Viking comprehensively. This match showcased that one domination in the second half of the match when compared to the first semi-finals, where both teams fought for the place even at the last minute. The Jaffna Stallions will meet the Gaul Gladiators in the finals of the Lanka Premier League. Though the hope for those watching will be that it will be a touch higher quality affair than the semi-finals that preceded it. This is not to say there wasn't quality on show in this second semi-final. To the contrary, Wanindu Hasaranga once again highlighted why he is the leading wicket-taker in the tournament. Johnson Charles played the only real innings of substance of the game, while Usman Shinwari couldn't stop hitting the wickets if he tried. By the margin of victory, 37 runs will leave the Viking more than a little disappointed in their efforts, especially after they had done so well to reel in the Stallions in the first half of the game. That was sports news. And now in business news, the Ministry of Industries will provide the Made in Sri Lanka MISL franchise logo to micro and SME manufacturers who have over 80% local value addition, the Minister of Industries, Vimal Weerawansa, said. Quote, the ministry will help to take their products global through a newly launched e-commerce portal, unquote, he asserted. Minister Weerawansa said that the ministry, through the People's Bank, has initiated a special low-interest loan scheme for the SME sector and with minimum collateral. The ministry will take the responsibility of appearing as a guarantor for them. He also disclosed talks underway with the State Mortgage and Investment Bank to offer credit for the micro sector for under 500,000 rupees.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Sri Lanka's external sector exhibited its resilience in October 2020 with the successful repayment of the matured international sovereign bond of $1 billion. During the month, external sector performance was supported by the continued improvement in the trade deficit, increase in workers' remittances, and the resultant stability in the domestic foreign exchange market.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now for the weather report. The Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in the northern, north central, eastern and Uva provinces. Showers, thundershowers will occur at a few places elsewhere after 2 p.m. This weather report was issued this morning at 4:30 a.m. Further details can be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. That was the weather report. And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. Large gatherings and parties prohibited during the festive season. The Paliagoda Fish Market to reopen from tomorrow. 688 new cases of the novel coronavirus have been reported in the country yesterday. 2 more COVID-19 deaths bring the tally to 154. The Madhivela West Urban Agriculture and Environment Development Project will be vested with the public today under the patronage of the Prime Minister. The police and the STF conducted a joint operation to gather vital information into the mysterious death of Dutch Buddhist monk Venerable Olande Jinratanathera. The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation celebrates its 95th anniversary tomorrow. In news overseas, a new variant of the coronavirus identified in England. In sports news, Jaffna Stallions set up final clash with Gaul Gladiators. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your host as always on a Tuesday morning, Soundy Thavam on the other side. Well, today in shades of pink, over to you, Soundy.